My name is Harley Norton, and I am opposed to the resolution that sugary drinks should not be allowed in primary and secondary schools. My opponent has stated that she not only is in agreement with the resolution that sugary drinks should not be sold in primary and secondary schools, but in addition, she states that they should be banned from these establishments entirely. She has made her point that sugary drinks should not be allowed on the premises of primary and secondary school grounds because their presence is harmful to children. I do not deny her claims that sugary drinks are not good for the health of children. My opponent states that sugary drinks are the leading cause of obesity in children. I disagree. Childhood obesity, or obesity in general, cannot be primarily at the fault of a beverage. The fault lies with the person making the choice to consume the beverage. In the case of children, it is the parent or guardian who is at fault. It is true that sugary drinks are fattening and affect the weight of some children when consumed in excess, but it is just that. These drinks do not have to be consumed. They do not put themselves in the hands of children or in their bodies. Parents or guardians have the ultimate power to influence what their child chooses to drink. If they teach their child to drink milk and water, their child will grow accustomed to that and will no longer have the desire to drink anything else. Dr. Lawrence Cohen, author of Playful Parenting, explains that kids absorb their parents' behavior. Cohen states, the usual sequence is that a child observes something that she sees another person do, imitates it exactly, then transforms it in some way and makes it her own, says Dr. Cohen. Knowing this, it only makes sense that if a child witnesses her parent or guardian drinking sugary drinks, he or she will do the same, and vice versa. The harm that arises from my opponent's resolution of banning sugary drinks entirely from primary and secondary schools is a lack of education. If these drinks are eliminated from the school atmosphere, they will not be found in the schools, but they will still be found at home. The majority of a child's time is spent in their home with their families, and if these drinks are available to them there, they may still choose to drink them. For this reason, I propose that legislation implement a law which mandates education on the health risks of consuming sugary drinks in primary and secondary schools. Alternate methods of physical education and health education exist in some primary and secondary schools already and should be considered an option for all schools. A study done in the US and Canada between 1966 and 1996 tested a series of programs implemented in schools which targeted many health issues children have today. They all contained physical activity and nutrition education programs. 12 of these studies were conducted, and 11 of the 12 studies were successful in proving that a significantly greater reduction in percentage of overweight children existed in the groups that were studied as compared to the control group. This is an encouraging study and proves that what children really need is health and physical education. To avoid extreme costs, extra classes would not be necessary unless possible. Another alternative way to educate would be to post flyers with facts and statistics on the cafeteria walls. This would produce a minimal cost for schools. If sugary drinks are banned from primary and secondary schools, we are further prolonging the obesity epidemic because we are not getting to the root of the problem. The real problem is a lack of education on nutrition and a lack of positive guidance from parents and guardians. Further, the resolution proposed by my opponent contradicts our freedom of choice. If a parent wishes to send their child to school with a sugary drink, they should be allowed to do so. To avoid issues of children sharing drinks, perhaps there should be a law implemented which allows one sugary drink per student per day. This is more reasonable than banning these drinks entirely. In conclusion, a ban on sugary drinks in primary and secondary schools would not solve the issue of childhood obesity or any of the other health issues my opponent has described. In order to make a difference, we must attack the root of the problem. I propose to implement a law which mandates advertisement of the negative health effects of sugary drinks in all primary and secondary school cafeterias, and a program which educates children on proper nutrition and good health. At the end of the day, the choice belongs to the parent or guardian whether or not they send their child to school with sugary drinks. We cannot take that right away from them, and we can only educate them and their children to make better choices in order to stay healthy. Thank you.